Hi guys, it's Nicola Depiezzi here with this week's video training, which is all about how to efficiently work on your business rather than just in it. Because a lot of us get stuck on the day-to-day things and forget that we need to be thinking about the future and progressing our businesses forwards. So as I said, I'm Nicola Depiezzi. I'm the founder of the Thriving Business Mums Club. I focus on productivity because as a business mum and trying to run my own business and a family with 3 kids, I understand that our time is our most precious resource, and I really feel very passionate about helping other business mums work as efficiently as they can and have an absolutely thriving business and a happy family. How do we define what it means to be either working in your business or on your business? Now, before I carry on, I just want to say I do appreciate our time is our most precious resource. So I try to keep my trainings to under 10 minutes. So if I talk fast, it's often why. I just want to get it done. I appreciate we're all busy. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Who's got time to sit through hours and hours of training anyway? Certainly not me. So if you're working in your business, it means that you're doing your day-to-day tasks. You're focusing on problem solving, dealing with any crises that come up. You're doing any activity that helps you to market and sell your current service or product. So that can include your social media posts, any other digital marketing you're doing, emailing your list, Pinterest marketing, whatever it is that you're doing to try to get more customers and sell your service or product. So that's your day-to-day tasks. Plus you've got your admin to do. When we're business mums, the majority of us tend to work from home. We wear all the hats in our business. So it means we've got to do the general admin, the accounts, we've got to do up the quotes, we have to pay wages if we do have any staff. So yeah, we wear a lot of hats, which means we have all those day-to-day things to do as well. Working in your business also means working with any existing clients. As I've said, problem solving, so dealing with stuff that just comes up that might seem urgent, just on a day-to-day basis, dealing with any problems. And also, if you have to do any training of a staff member, or if you have a VA that you want to hand some tasks over to. So on the opposite side, working on your business is a lot more about effectively planning for the future of your business. So it's a lot more about taking some time to work on business development and strategy to see where you want to go and where you want to be in a year or 5 years' time. It's about looking at your marketing and not only reviewing what you've already done, but also working on your strategy to see how you're going to get to where you want to go from your business strategy, and attract new customers and new clients into your business. As I said, it's about planning ahead, but to do that, you need to also be reviewing and setting your goals, setting new goals. It's about creating new products and new services, so service development, to continue working with your current customer base, but also to be able to offer new things and attract new customers into your business. And it's also about improving your systems. So hopefully you understand the difference between working in and working on. So heading on to the next slide, I'm sure you have heard of Stephen R. Covey and the book that he wrote, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Well, this comes from his book, and it's also a matrix that gets talked about a lot. He calls it the time management matrix. Basically, it's about where you spend your time. So you've got boxes 1, 2, 3, and 4. The top half, 1 and 2, are the important tasks that are either urgent or not urgent, and 3 and 4 are the not important tasks that are either urgent or not urgent. So number 1, urgent and important, this is the stuff that's dealing with the day-to-day problem solving and crises. So if you're just going from one crisis to another, dealing with all sorts of stuff that comes up and keeps you busy every day, then you're not going to be using your time efficiently. Number 2 is where you want to be spending your time to be working on your business, but I'll come back to that. Boxes 3 and 4 are basically not important. So although some tasks might seem urgent, you really want to be getting away from boxes 3 and 4. So 3 that are urgent but not important are things like phone calls, dealing with the mail, having meetings, the fun and easy things that you choose to do because they're easy. Your social media can be plopped in there if you enjoy it. And number 4 is the not urgent and not important. So the time wasting tasks. So if you're scrolling, wasting time, or chatting to people who might be working around you, it gives you a very short-term focus. And so you're not moving your business forwards. Number 2 is where we really want to be focusing our time as much as possible if you want to be creating a business that is heading forwards and creating success. So things that are not necessarily urgent, but are very important. So this is all about minimizing the time you spend in number 1 and trying to stay away from 3 and 4 so that you can spend more time in 2, which is all those things I said on the previous slide with the working on your business. So the planning ahead, the reviewing and strategizing, and working how you're going to inch your business forwards. Stephen Covey says, in order to say yes to number 2, you have to learn to say no to 3 and 4. This is how we do that. What to do to prioritize working on your business. Mr. Covey says, again, the challenge is not to manage time, but to manage ourselves. And this really resonated with me because I always thought it was about what we do with our time and how we control it. And time is so limited and we're always so busy and we wear so many hats. And then I had a real shift in mindset about it's got nothing to do with the time, it's got to do with us and how we manage ourselves. So he says that the 4 things you need to do to be able to spend time in that box 2 is to identify the roles that you play in your life, but mostly in your business for this example. So we've talked about wearing all the different hats. So you are the CEO, you're the accounts person, the marketing person, the administration person, the HR person, all the hats are on you generally. So you need to identify the different roles and then select goals for those different roles. And not all the goals have to fit into box number 2. Some of them are going to be a bit more urgent and important and be needing to be done in box number 1, but you need to make sure that some of those goals are for box 2. They need to be for developing your business and planning ahead into the future. Now, the 3rd thing that he says to do is to schedule. So you need to schedule on a weekly basis, he says. So plan how you're going to fit those goals, those weekly goals from the different roles that you play into your week, but then adapt daily. So spend some time every morning just looking at how your week is going. Of course, things always come up, especially when you have a family. Sometimes you just find you don't have the time that you thought you had. So it's a good idea to just spend a few moments every morning just adapting to the situation at hand and to see how you can change the goals that you've set out for yourself. And the 4 things that I would add to this, for what you would do to prioritize working on your business, is to have excellent systems. The only way you're going to get out of box 1 is to have excellent systems for your day-to-day tasks. So if you have an awesome system for your accounting, if you have an awesome system for your social media production and scheduling, and you also need to have a system for the little things, like when you do emailing and when you make phone calls. So lots of successful people say that they don't jump every time the phone rings. They block time in their day for when they are going to return calls and return emails, and that might be first thing and then at some time in the afternoon, so that the rest of the time your time is yours without interruption to be concentrating on those tasks in box 2, which are in effect going to be making your business thrive. Another thing to do is to work out what is essential and what's non-essential in terms of the tasks that you have to do for yourself. If they're not essential that you do them, then you can delegate and find someone else to do them, or you can delay them and they can be done another time when you can have more time for doing things in box 1. So the things that are essential, again, make sure that they're essential that you do them. Otherwise, get someone else, employ a VA if you're able to. And we have said already about saying no, but it's really important in terms of your time efficiency to learn to say no. If you've worked on your values and you've got your goals set, and you know where you're going with your business, and if something comes up and you think, oh, I should take this opportunity, but does it really sit in alignment with my purpose and what I'm doing and who I'm serving? Because if it doesn't, you need to say no. That also comes down to saying no in terms of not answering the phone, not attending a meeting that might not be necessary, saying no that you can't attend a meeting in person but to do it online. So all these different ways that you can say no, or just do things differently so that you can work on your business. And lastly, plan well. So again, that comes back to Mr. Covey's 4 areas of identifying roles: select goals, schedule and adapt daily. If you plan and have a system for planning your week and your monthly goals and then your quarterly goals, then you're going to be a lot more likely to fit in the more important things for your business. So being an effective person that looks for opportunity and spends time in number 2 does involve some planning. And make sure you make time for that, because that all comes into box 2 as well. That's the end of my training for this week. Hopefully you've learned a few things about working on your business rather than in. If you need any more clarification, feel free to drop me a line. I'd love you to connect with me. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, that's my web address. You can subscribe to my email so that you hear from me on a weekly basis with really good actionable content, all based around productivity, mindset and marketing, so that you can have a thriving business. And also on my website, I have a free checklist for you to learn how to reclaim your time so that you can thrive. Like I've said, as business mums, we have our time drained away from us in so many different ways, and there are systems and things you can put in place so that you can have your time back and be more efficient. So go grab that checklist, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.